It is a big thing. You know, I mean, if you have divorce, and divorce, of course, is so prevalent in our culture today. And I think we know through a lot of very substantial studies over a very long time that there are particular anxieties that are created by for the children of divorce. I know I have a friend who teaches at one of the Ivy League universities and teaches law, actually. And he says that each year it happens, and he's been doing this for 20 years, I suppose, that they go through various kinds of law and so forth, and they get to divorce law. And he says it's the only time, and he says it just happens, he just prepares himself for it, he knows it's going to happen, that there is a kind of intensity, almost on the brim of tears, anxiety on the part of students who are the children of divorce. And that when you get into the law and the moral criteria, etc., relative to divorce, it is a terrible thing. I think for those of us who, thanks be to God, we're not the children of divorce. All of us can remember, and we can in our capacity to imagine, those moments in childhood when you're 5, 6, 7 years old, whatever, in which for some reason or another, in some situation or another, the possibility of losing your parents, losing your mother, or losing your father was made very real. Maybe it is because some friend's parent died, or maybe because somebody you know got divorced. And the terror of it, the terror of losing that most primordial bond to the natural human condition, which is that between the parent and the child, is so profound, the wound so deep. But so while one should be very sympathetic and empathetic and understanding and enter into the anguish that many people who are children of divorce have gone through, in no way should we allow that to become a crippling or disqualifying characteristic in terms of the possibility of a rich and fulfilled and faithful marriage. In fact, surely one can turn that around and say that in many cases it has to be a compelling force to make that marriage work, to have the experience of a marriage that didn't work and by which you were wounded. So I think it's useful to have a little checklist, perhaps, as to, you know, who is likely to be a good partner and who isn't, etc. But you can't live your life by a checklist. And the life of walking by faith and not by sight, the Christian life, is quite the opposite of that search for guarantees or warranties or whatever. It's for better and for worse, in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad times. And there will be bad times. It wouldn't be an adventure if there wasn't that possibility, almost that certainty.